So I'm excited to see what's happening. I know I'm giving the captains a lot of love here because they definitely deserve it, but I'd love to see what the players do. Dr. Cream and Scream starting us off with a double kill. I was excited to say that name. And now with C-Plat control, we'll push through long haul. Faka got a slay onto Bork Bork. Camo in the hands of first minion, and the oddball should start taking in favor for the team in red.
Absolutely, it will. And what I'm excited to see also is your snipes in particular over on Graphite, having casted them a couple different times. They got a pretty amazing snipe, and they play mouse and keyboard as well. So if we ever get a situation where Tira Snipes has the snipe, let's see if we can get over to him, because I've seen him do some crazy things.
Yeah.
Make my old head spin a little bit. But here we are with Tira as they pick up kill on Fortune Cookie in tower, or sorry, and now shoot across that long haul. So far, we are a minute into this game as we are yapping, and 2 seconds total initially for these teams. Not much action with the ball, and I kind of feel like this is going to be my initial prediction, just like this is going to come down to the wire. Both of these teams are just going to constantly be getting little bits of time here and there, because they're both that level of good. They're both putting that much pressure on the other. And so this is going to go right down to the wire.
Yeah. Right now, Faka trying to create space and get control of that A plat. 2 members of the blue team are in Whirlpool. 3 members are there. It's now 2 down for Graphite as first minion continue to have control of the oddball in top gold, and scrappy time coming out of both teams here is just a sticky situation for everybody in the lobby. Fenrir trying to stay alive in Whirlpool, gets naded by an enemy, gets nice shots onto the trippy box player, takes out Faka, turns around, gets the kill assist, and that's just some nice movement into the shroud screen where we see Fortune Cookie's point of view now at top gold, just trying to control this while Graphite are creating
And
chaos.
the pendulum keeps on swinging. You know, here's first minion getting up to 32 points, and then all of a sudden Graphite, they're able to steal the ball out from underneath them. They're going to tie the game up here, or well, nearly. For all practical purposes, it's tied up 32-31 in favor of first minion, but that's a slim lead. I'm on board with Faka now. Let's see if Faka can help his team get the ball.
And now just being patient at top glass, looking at that top control area. Fenrir backs off. That grapple for the oddball works, and now tick for Faka. First minion are set up here, so Graphite should be able to recognize this, get a pick onto Fortune Cookie, and now that ball starts rotating through Whirlpool.
We already have the push coming in through gold. First minion with a good rotate, but not quite good enough as Graphite picks him out. Bort picking up another kill as well. And oh my goodness, that is a ballsy challenge. But 3 down temporarily for first minion. Graphite getting points, but Faka pushing, trying to stop the gravy train. Gets the good nade, takes out Graphite's ball carrier. One-on-one between Faka and Bort. Bort is taken down, traded out with Fortune Cookie. And here we go, first minion still scoring.
They're doing a great job just passing this ball. Faka and Prufio both have 25 seconds plus and counting, and I think that's their key to success. Fortune Cookie and Cream and Scream are doing a great job of just playing their lives and getting information and outputting damage, while Tira Snipes is responding with the help of teammates from Graphite. Right now, 2 down for first minion, 2 down for Graphite. Let's see what happens. Fenrir drops as I say that, and now Tira is the last one up for her team.
Whilst they were doing a good job staying alive, Graphite, I kind of feel like they needed to put a little more pressure on that ball. It feels almost as if first minion has thus far been able to just rotate it with impunity. And we're getting to the point now, we're at 75 points here. There's not much time to play with if you're Graphite. You need to, very nice one-on-one win there, but you kind of need to get a good setup here and get a good hold, because this lead is now a lot bigger than it was just a short while ago.
First Minion doing a great job of just sharing the love here with that oddball. Tira gets taken out at bottom mid, so that's going to be space for First Minion here. Prufio, 10 and 5 right now to start this series. That is definitely going to be my player to watch throughout this entire lobby. Prufio right there. Creates enough space, clears the enemy out of gold with the help of teammates, and now Graphite are trapped in this whirlpool waiting for those respawns to come up so that they can get a really good push here, but it might not be enough. Just looking at that scoreboard while we end this first round, 11-11-12, with 3 members of First Minion just outputting a lot of damage. Bort on the opposing team is the only player up into double digits in the Slay department, and right now, Frenetic, why do you think that is?
Well, it just comes down to the rotation the First Minion was doing. They were constantly keeping Graphite sort of put out of position as they were trying to kill the ball guy. That ball guy, as he's scooping up time, they're putting themselves in a position where they can have their teammates play around them and pick up kills. All the while, they're holding the ball, not having to drop it, not having to do anything. Up, nice shot from Fenrir. Goes for the double, doesn't quite get it, but it's another body shot. Let's see here now. Even getting a couple of slays, Graphite has to immediately play the ball out.
Yeah. In these first couple moments, Graphite are finally able to find the heads of First Minion, take them to the death screen. Shock rifle in the hands of Prufio. This might be their opportunity to get control once again in the second round. But Bort gets the slay onto Cookie off screen. A nice neck shot by Prufio is not enough to take out the enemy. Faka gets taken out by Ghoul. And now Prufio just doing a great job, just playing their life, gets a double kill, and just doing it all for their team.
Like, we talk about the mouse and keyboard turn there that Prufio saw. Good lord. Breaking your neck doing that. Here we have Fortune Cookie on board at bottom center. Caster's Curse coming in, though. Not able to stop Ghoul Tassim from the ball, but that's okay. Teammates do. Bort now on the board, and the ball's being brought right toward them. Special delivery. And doesn't let it play either, but maybe you want it to play right now. Running out towards bottom mid, actually, to get it out into the open. I actually like that better than trying to force it off the map at this point. But
yeah, unfortunately,
does not work out for them. First Minion bringing the ball into their possession. They're about to get camo here in the hands of Dr. Cream and Scream, which is a pretty awesome gamer tag, you ask me.
I think someone on like the most the prominent Halo casters, you know, the S tier Halo casters, if you will, were like, Dr. Cream and Scream, what a name. And I was like, you don't watch Rec League. Right now the score is 25-19 with about 3 minutes and a half left in the second round. And Frenetic, what do you see?
Oh, and I love the patience of the good doctor here. Doesn't have to worry about shooting, doesn't have to worry about anything, just sit back, call out the enemy team, let your teammates scoop up time, play your life with that camo. What more could you want? I mean, even as we go 2 down here, here's First Minion still racking up the time. Just the knowledge, the awareness of where their team is, where the enemy team is. Pulling that ball just as long as possible.
Bort tries to get the slay onto the enemy at top A, is trying to create space so that Graphite can start to work on minimizing that lead. That's going to be an opportunity. 2 down for First Minion. Prufio on the death screen. Cream and Scream coming up from the respawn, and now it's going to be a sticky situation for that team in red. Graphite should be able to put enough pressure here to get the situation that they want. Bort gets the 1v1, takes out the doctor. That's just what they doctor ordered. Faka has the shock rifle now. Prufio and Cookie come up to help out the teammate with the power item. And Faka is just moving across the map so that they can get in the best position to utilize this power weapon.
Yeah, speaking of that shock rifle, we haven't casted together in a hot minute. What do you think about that update for it, changing the way that it behaves?
I love it. I'm still cooking with it, and I feel like I'm just cheese less. Like right there, if you know that shock rifle, it doesn't feel like anything was affected, but there are players that really depended on that aim assist, and I can tell in my lower diamond lobbies when they miss me, I'm like, you needed that aim assist. But right now, Bort gets the killing spree badge and passes the ball to the teammate in blue pipes so that they can set up in Hydra. What do you think about the new shock rifle update?
Well, personally, that is not my best weapon, so I really can't tell that much of a difference. Although I will say I have noticed some people who just sort of relied on it are now somehow less effective. So, you know, kind of an interesting thing to think about. Dual static, though, with the camouflage. Small lead now in favor of Graphite whilst we've been yapping about weapons changes. I'm not sure how that wasn't a backsmack, but, you know, we'll get the kill. And
Infinite moment.
it's spotted out, unfortunately. That kind of sucks, but good discipline, not immediately freak out and start fighting and just immediately die without doing damage.
Yeah.
Goes show the skill that you have here at this champion level.
Right now, 2 down for first Minion. It's a nice challenge by Dr. Cream and Scream to force 3 down for Graphite out of nowhere. First Minion do a great job of responding to a scary situation and finally have advantage on the map once again. They should be able to tie things up here unless they drop one more member. That's another change as we see Faka step onto that bat ledge is just how that shock rifle comes up. Now everybody on the map immediately knows when that power weapon is up. So I do also see it utilized a lot more on recharge, specifically in my lower diamond lobbies when people wouldn't really recognize, oh, okay, shock rifle's up. You had to stumble upon it. Nice slay by Fortune Cookie, and she is able to create space for her team. First Minion now, who are growing with confidence in every single moment, in every single second, they gain a hold of that oddball.
And now we have the camouflage coming out. The good doctors down there at bottom mid. Looks like they're going to get their hands on it. Wonder if we can switch over to them. I guess not, but oh wow, that combo did not hit. That's kind of crazy. 2 down now temporarily for first Minion. But despite the fact Graphite have stopped the ball time, there's a big lead now. I feel like this is deja vu from round 1. Here we are, 86 to 50 and counting in favor of first Minion.
Yeah,
and
Rufio grabs that grapple and shot rifle.
It's the kill anyway, despite getting insta-exploded. Full Static doing their best to stay alive here at Needles, but not gonna be able to do it. Fortune Cookie getting the ball with that grapple. Almost sits on that grenade, but this is gonna be it. I'm sorry to say, I don't see anybody in position from Graphite to stop this. And there we go. 2-0 victory for first Minion. They're the first ones on the board.
And whenever people are able to utilize it to the fullest capabilities, it creates chaos. Cream and Scream here, throwing nades into purple, not hitting anybody, but Fenrir gets taken out, or takes out Rufio now, drops onto B stairs into that Harry Potter closet.
Fenrir actually stayed alive there. That's insane. And 4-1 lead now for Graphite. They've come out on top in this initial play. Camo coming up right now, 2-4. Rufio is keeping his watchful eye on the camouflage, but is not able to stop Ghoul Static from getting it. They got Camo Stalker, but immediately rushed down by first Minion. Don't ever let your team just get a camo for free. Rush them, burn it. Don't ever let them get, no freebies here.
And quickly, I do want to mention this. We see an amazing double kill by Rufio. Is it going to be the triple?
Oh no! Oh no!
No, teammate uses the walls beautifully right there. Rufio gets the assist though, and I do want to shout out quickly, so please interrupt me if you see something. Just the raid by Hunter JJX. Thank you so much for the kindness and good energy. Really means a lot.
Absolutely.
And now the score is 8-8, and we have an amazing series for those coming in our Masters Premade Division playoffs round 1. So this is a series with a lot of stakes right now, and Cream and Scream, a very popular name in the Halo community, is leading the way, with the help of teammates, even though they're not able to find a kill just yet.
Hey, I will always advocate for, I would love to see a Golden Goose. That would just be one of the funnier things in my mind. But here we are, Graphite, still in it, down 4 kills currently. Fortune Cookie pushing Purple Street, trying to find Bort down at benches. Fairly certain she knows he's there, and Dr. Cream and Scream picked him up. Getting on the board now. Tira
Cookie.
is all alone over at C, and now in Graphite, rest Graphite spawned over there, but they are not gonna be able to stop Fortune Cookie from getting camouflage.
Momentum for first minion here. Camouflage was able to get at least information for their team. Fenrir backs off from that challenge, gets away with their life at top C. Teammate from first minion is there to finish off the damage output by the team in red. And right now, things are calming down here, but I expect in a matter of moments, it's just going to pick up as Graphite are at that B side of the map, and engagements started by Cream and Scream doesn't go, no one holds forward just yet. They decide to be patient, gather more information before they drop bodies. This is what I like seeing: patient, Halo, and Cream and Scream with the backsmack onto the enemy. And I need to stop saying Cream and Scream, but it's just such a satisfying name to say.
Unfortunately, I'm seeing here from Graphite is they're kind of separated out as far as where they're at. Yeah, they might have a physical proximity, but they're not really in positions where they can help each other shoot. And you end up with situations like where a doctor was in tires, ended up picking up an assassination, just sort of holding that corner. And the reason he got that is because here's Graphite trying to rush around trying to find first. Yeah, they kind of have to roll together. They can't afford to just store in like that.
Paka playing their life right now, does not get averaged. He took a very deadly nade, but somehow gets away with their life. Throws the spike onto Cafe, does damage onto Prufio, but Prufio is still there with the help of Doctor. And now 3 down for Graphite. This is just a little bit of the blender coming in for first minion, who are able to utilize just everything on this map and just be overwhelming. That pistol was not enough to get Graphite out of this situation. 30-20 is the score with about 8 minutes left, and now 31-21.
The blender comment definitely comes into play here. Graphite has kind of been on this cycle for a hot minute where they're spawning away from each other and not really able to help each other out. Meanwhile, first minion, they don't have to force themselves into an engagement to pick up kills. They can just fall back, help each other out in better positions, whereas Graphite has to constantly seek out. And I would say the way for Graphite to break this, which they really would want to get on at this point, because we're quickly approaching the 40 kill mark, as first man goes 3 down, the fly on the wall strat seems to be working. There's people from the Halo 2 Discord coming in here yapping at me. But Graphite essentially just needs to turn themselves into a 4-man wrecking ball. They can't go anywhere by themselves. If they go anywhere by themselves right now, they're just giving first minion free deaths. They really need to just full send it all together, shoot the same thing at the same time. Make sure you're always in a position where you can help the team shoot. Nice backsmack there from Tyra Snipes. Because they can't afford any free deaths. They can't afford to get average right now. They are bringing it back, though. Only down by 8. And we've seen comebacks from bigger.
Graphite just need to go 2-1 here. And whenever I'm in doubles and I'm playing with my teammate and we're down, 20-15, I just say 2-1. 2-1. That's all we need to do. But as Doctor gets the slay off screen, 4-4 gets the trade onto the screen. Rufio faces a nade. And now things are going to get tricky for both teams as first minion try to close this out, and Graphite try to make things competitive. The lead is only 5 kills here, so Graphite doing a great job of doing exactly what I said. 2-1. 2-1. You take 2 lives, you only drop 1. And right now, that lead goes down to 4. What a comeback from Graphite here.
Oh, wow. That's a big problem not picking up Prufio there. And Prufio's going to get away with the camo now. That is one other thing, and as silly as it sounds, you've got to win your 1v1s. You've got to pick up those kills. You can't let things like that slip away. Rufio getting away with that camo is a big problem for Graphite. Well, let's see if they can spot Prufio out and stop this push before it starts. Currently, there's 3 of them trapped in C, and here is Rufio pushing in real aggressively. Goes down, but Rufio taking your 2-1 idea. 49-40 now.
Yeah. I didn't really want to say this a couple moments ago because whenever I say a prediction, Caster Chris comes in, but I was really expecting this game to end in 10 kills. When we saw that lead team right now, we're seeing just Fortune Cookie and company doing a great job staying cohesive as a unit, Tira gets to slay, but then drops 3 members of their team.
And
4 down for
oof.
Graphite, and what an opportunity for First Minion just to take full map control here.
Aka with the overkill extermination. Gotta love that. Unfortunately not able to convert it into a flag run, but that is okay. We have a good doctor over in Graphite's base getting the pull. Aka stayed alive as long as they could at pink 1, but Tira able to get the better of them. That flag is not going to go anywhere. It's going to go right back to Graphite's base. But you can't afford, after you get a good stop like that, you can't afford to just stay at bottom. You've got to get control of the map. You can't just stay static. And we see First Minion take immediate advantage of that. We can also see just First Minion is, again, dominant in their team shooting and their positioning. I mean, just take a look at the assists here. We have 4 already from Prufio, 3 from Fortune Cookie, 2 for Faka, 1 for the good doctor. Meanwhile, over on Graphite, plays notwithstanding, there are a total of 3 assists, and 2 of those came in just a minute ago here.
2 down for First Minion. Graphite will finally be able to push up on this map, push that 50-yard line a little bit. A nice engagement. FP2 goes in favor of Bort because of the callouts coming through. Just imagine that help me, FP2, and it definitely came through. Right now we see 2 engagements, 3 engagements off screen, and now there's just space on this map for both teams to take advantage of. 3v3 right now as they're waiting for the last member to come up on the death screen. That flag is, you know, thrown out by Bort as they summon their inner Wu-Tum and just flick back to the back base. And what a back smack right there. 3 down for First Minion, so this should be an opportunity for Graphite to respond, even though they've been in a bit of a blender this entire series. They're still doing a great job of just shooting together as a team.
Oh,
and
there's
using
that threat
against,
sensor.
like you said, yeah.
Position. But that flag, I kind of feel, is a little bit dead. I don't feel like there was enough coverage to get that taken care of. Ooh, hey, there we go. Graphite keeping it alive. I wouldn't necessarily give it to the camo player to run, but will Static stay alive with it? Yes, they do. And there we go. Hand it off to, or not. I don't know about that. I would have handed it off to a teammate and let them run it and stay alive with the camo so I can spot people out. And here's Faka with the flag run inside. And going to get the return as well.
Looking like a game of neutral bomb, running it through P side or fridge side instead of util side. Still 0-0 with about 9 minutes left. That flag has been ran by the doctor, trying to get his prescription filled. Fortune Cookie doing a great job of playing with the teammate right there at card 2. Gets a nice double kill, and now that should be a flag cap in favor of First Minion, and it is with about 8.5 minutes left. Out of nowhere, they really were able to take a quick advantage of getting Graphite down 1, 2, 3 members, and then immediately, boom, they have the first cap.
And just, again, speaks to the dominance here from First Minion, and it's especially telling just, like, this is not First Minion versus a bunch of Diamond 1, Plat 6, Plat 5 players. Like, these guys are all top-tier players in the Halo Rec League. These are all champion-level players. The fact that they are giving them this much of a shellacking is, quite frankly, stunning. I thought this was going to go the distance, but right now, First Minion is just in total control.
Indeed.
They seem to be able to blunt every single push that comes out of Graphite. It looks like First Minion also got away with this camouflage. Well, good doctor stayed alive with the flag. Base goes down, but in Graphite now, as they looks like they're going to get this return, are they going to be able to convert this into a flag run? Flag in the hands of Tira, and it's unfortunately stays back in the First Minion base. That is really unfortunate, and it's just, it comes down to those little things. If Tira had gotten that flag out and gone it through car 1, they probably would have had the cap already. I know how fast they go in these champion lobbies, but that one little miscue, that one little miss, That's all it takes for First Minion to capitalize and get the return.
And no one grabbing that heat wave. Cookie said no to that updated heat wave, and I'm kind of shocked, frankly, as a caster and someone that's very passionate about HRL. I would like to think, grab that heat wave, especially with the new update. That sandbox is really balanced. As I'm yapping, Faka is moving that flag through the blue util, is able to touch the yellow utility quickly. That flag is flying across the map. Prufio gets to slay off screen, and now this should be 2-0 unless there was a nice response from Graphite right there. 2v3 in favor for the team in blue right now. Let's see what happens as that flag gets returned.
A little bit too late for the good doctor, but that is okay. We're still up 1-0. Warboard trying to get a flag run going, but unfortunately not able to. Tira being hunted down in First Minion's util. Picks up 1 kill, but it's fortunately for Graphite, First Minion gets away with the camouflage once again. That camouflage, that's something that Graphite could leverage to getting map control back and start to put some flags on the board for them. But thus far, I don't know that Graphite has been able to touch the camouflage.
I know it's been a couple minutes now as we see an engagement at the utility going in favor for Fenrir. Graphite with the slow down here, but I want to make note. I heard that P1 P6 slander, Frenetic. I'm not gonna forget that. I'm joking. Fortune Cookie.
Touché, sir.
Able. You got to slay at car 3 right now and create space for their team. And I do want to mention during that Slayer, Cookie had a little bit of a tough performance, but they leaned on communication and collective cohesion coming out of their 4-stack, and it led them to victory. And right now, a great response we're almost leading the lobby with 16 slays right behind Faka. They hit the dead screen, but they're still doing a great job creating space and chaos on the map.
And then here is, Ghoul Static getting the better of Rufio. The caster's curse coming in. Gotta love that. But this flag again, just a little bit of too little, too late. Here's a nice kill out of Tira. Again, the flag is still alive, but it kind of feels like Graphite isn't in the best position to get it. They have managed to pull this through in kind of a scrappy fashion. The game's now tied 1-1. But again, this just speaks to First Minion's overall skill. Any little mistake made by Graphite is immediately capitalized on and punished. And Graphite, unfortunately, has not been able to do the same against First Minion. There have been little misplays, little miscues by First Minion just as well, or Graphite members getting a clutch kill, and they're not able to parlay that into map control and ultimately objective control.
Yeah. How many times we said scrappy this? Oh, wow. Prufio with the thrust and an elbow onto the enemy picks up that heat wave. But the amount of times we said scrappy today, not just this series, but in the last series, I feel like we're watching an LA Thieves match in Call of Duty. Just scrappy, scrappy, scrappy. It's just, I feel like the word to define today's HRL action. No one really having the space that they want, but they're making do with what they have. Tira gets taken out bottom mid. That red flag is still there, so this should be a tricky situation for both teams. Let's see how they respond. 2 down for both teams right now. 2v2 Cookie and Doctor versus Fenrir and Tyra. Tira drops to the dead screen right there. I want to make sure I do that player justice because they have my utmost respect. Cookie doing a great job of not getting average right there. And Borpor, the last one up for Graphite. Wow. This is true madness on the map as both teams are just struggling to engage the enemy.
Yeah, it's times like this I really wish we had the ability to do a calm listen in, just to hear the small talk, to hear the coordination between the members of First Minion, and just to hear, I'm covering that, so I'm covering that. Here, I'm running the flag this way. Watch my back. Because it's little things like that that separate one team from another, even and I would say especially at this level, as they put flag number 3 on the board. Graphite, they still got time. They're in no way, shape, or form are they out of this. 2 minutes, you can easily run a couple flags on Aquarius.
And looking at the scoreboard right now, just how even things are on the side of Graphite, and First Minion doing a great job of just playing off the opportunities that they have right now. Faka moving that flag closer and closer to their base, gets the help of a teammate to get the assist right there. And now this should be 4-1 in favor for first Minion. And we're a little shocked here, chat. I'll be honest, I think we were all expecting Graphite to keep things super competitive, but it's no diss on Graphite. It is just kudos to first Minion, who are just being authoritative with their Halo plays right now and map control, not giving Graphite an inch because they know that players like Fenrir and Tira will take a mile
dear,
if you
that
give
was
them
a-
anything.
Unfortunate thing. Chris coming in strong today. But yeah, Graphite, they're in not such a great position here. They don't have, I think, enough time. I would love to be proven wrong. I would absolutely love for 3 flags to get run in 1 minute. But I'm not
The
sure
tone
that.
for just the playoff action we're going to see throughout HRL. This is quite the start to what should be an amazing couple weeks of playoff, matches that we will bring to you. 4 down for Graphite. It feels like they're starting to just get their souls taken out of them a little bit, maybe feeling a little defeated. I know they have amazing mental fortitude, but when you're playing against Perufio and Faka, it is so tough. Shout out to Fortune Cookie too, because they are now leading the lobby with 29 slays as the doctor is filling the prescription for a 5-1 and 3-0 sweep. Wow, we are shocked. But as the cameras